Hi guys, today we got the first snapshot of the year and I'm pretty disappointed. I will tell you why at the end. I will show all the features added, and before we start I want to say that I recommend subscribing to this channel. So let's start. First we have some small changes. Vexes now use a separate charging animation when empty-handed. Armor stands now preserve custom names when placed and broken. It might sound dumb, but that's the biggest feature added. There is only one new thing for experimental things. It's that you can place the mob heads on note blocks without crouching. Next we have accessibility changes. Added an accessibility onboarding screen for players launching the game for the first time. Added arrow key navigation. The resource pack screen is now keyboard navigable. Auto jump is now off by default. Added a new notification display time accessibility option that changes how long notifications such as unlocked recipes, advancements, subtitles and selected item names are visible for. Some changes for arrow key navigation. Menu screens can now be navigated by using the arrow keys. Menu screens can now be navigated by using the arrow keys. Here are some technical changes. The data pack version is now 11. Added a network protocol feature for forcing a bundle of packets to be processed within the same client tick. Added fallback fields to translate chat components. Out-of-bound arguments in translation formats are no longer silently ignored. The clone command now supports cloning to and from different dimensions. A new string source is now available for the data modify command. New execute subcommands. Here are some network protocol changes. Clients now reset their secure chat session state when receiving the login packet. Here are some changes for packet bundles. Added new delimiter packet to client-bound game protocol. All packets between two delimiters are guaranteed to be processed within the same tick. For security reasons this feature is not supported in server-bound direction. Here's one change for block behavior. Fire burns out faster in certain biomes, and this is now controlled by the increased _fire_burnout biome tag. Next are the changes for mob spawning. The only underscore allows underscore snow underscore and underscore gold underscore rabbits biome tag has been renamed to spawns underscore gold underscore rabbits to match its behavior. White rabbit variants are now controlled by the spawns underscore white underscore rabbits biome tag. Fox variants are now controlled by the spawns underscore snow underscore foxes biome tag. Next is the mob behavior. Snow golems melting in warm biomes is now controlled by the snow underscore golem underscore melts biome tag. Here are some changes for commands. Clone. The clone command now supports specifying the source and target dimensions. New syntax. Clone, from source dimension, begin end, to target dimension, destination. Parameters. Source dimension, it of dimension to clone from. Target dimension, it of dimension to clone to. Data. New source available. String entity vertical bar block vertical bar storage. Path, start, end, reads a value as text, resulting in a string value. New arguments. Start, index of first character to include at the start of the string. End, index of the first character to exclude at the end of the string. Execute. New conditions available for the execute if vertical bar unless subcommand. Execute if vertical bar unless loaded pos. Checks if the position given is fully loaded, in regard to both blocks and entities. Execute if vertical bar unless dimension. Checks if the execution is in a matching dimension. Parameters. Pos. Block position to check dimension. A dimension id. Execute on. New execute subcommand for selecting entities based on relation to the current executing entity. Execute on relations. Vehicle, entity that the executing entity is riding. Passengers, all entities directly riding the executing entity, no sub-passengers. Controller, entity that is controlling the executing entity, for example, first passenger in a boat. Owner of the executing entity, if it is a tameable animal, like cats, wolves or parrots. Leasher, entity leading the executing entity with a leash, might be a leash not in case of being attached to a fence. Target, attack target for the executing entity. Attacker, last entity that damaged the executing entity in the previous 5 seconds. If the relation is not applicable to the executing entity or there are no entities matching it, selector returns 0 elements. Title. All time arguments to title times are now time durations and work with T, S and D suffixes. Weather. The duration of the weather change now matches the game's regular weather cycle if not specified. The duration parameter is now a time duration in ticks and works with T, S and D suffixes. To retain existing functionality, you need to add an S suffix to pre-existing commands. Ride. New command to allow entities to start or stop riding other entities. Syntax. Ride target mount vehicle. Makes a single target mount a single vehicle. The command will fail if vehicle is a player. The target is already riding a vehicle. Target and vehicle are the same entity. Vehicle is already a passenger, direct or indirect, of the target. Ride target dismount. Dismounts target from any vehicle it is riding. Fails if the target is not riding anything. We also have a game rule change. Added command modification block limit, controlling the maximum number of blocks changed in one execution of clone, fill and fill biome. Changes for chat components. Translation fallback. Added an optional fallback field to translate text components. The new field is a string that will be used in place of translation if it is missing. If fallback is missing, the old behavior, i.e. using the key itself as the translation, is preserved. And last we have all the fixed bugs in this snapshot. Damage wobble no longer shows direction of incoming damage. Sprinting isn't cancelled when dismounting rideable entities while sprinting. When an entity dies, the combat tracker only records the killing blow. A weather command with duration 0 has the same weather for a longer time. All command blocks think they're facing south with caret notation. Multiple buttons can be selected by pressing another button and tab. Minecart with a hopper not picking matching items from a mixed pile. Guardian beam does not render when over a certain time in level.dat. The /spread players command doesn't spread entities in the specified dimension. The buttons in the multiplayer menu are not evenly spaced. Skeleton/zombie horses and donkey/mules saddles and chests are outdated/have errors. The spectate command does not work between dimensions. Cauldron fills with powder snow in frozen ocean biome while it's visually raining. Burning mobs won't get extinguished by rain in warm patches of frozen ocean biome. Hopper minecart at 0, 0, 0 transfers items slower than normal. Riptide doesn't work in rain within a frozen ocean biome. Goathorn without instrument NBT and with other NBT data, such as text, does not play. Magma cube shadows do not change with size. Level hash is raining at block pass always returns false for snowy and frozen biomes, even when it is raining. Goats don't spawn on grass after initial world generation. Camels sit down for a split second when spawned. Players become the controlling passengers of unsaddled camels when mounting them while other players are already riding them. The facing direction of the camel doesn't match. Sprinting whilst riding an entity or flying with elytra changes your field of view. Vexes with empty hands make obscene gestures. Camels sometimes sit down for a split second when receiving damage. Elements within the realms menu are not selected in order when using the tab key if you're not currently a member of any realm. Fire charges aren't consumed when igniting creepers using them in survival or adventure mode. Client-bound section blocks update packet serialization breaks after 2 to the power of 19 block states. Entering an end portal whilst sleeping causes the bed to be occupied permanently. Telemetry data button is missing an ellipsis. Villager AI breaks when a workstation is nearby. Camels with large last pose time values offset the player view model strangely. Out of memory screen has a raw message in the title. This is a reminder that these things I said are bugs that got fixed. Okay, so that's everything. But why am I disappointed? After a while of waiting for the snapshots for 1.19.3 I thought we will get snapshots for 1.20 this year. But I was wrong. Now we are getting snapshots for a new version. And it's 1.19.4. This made me pretty mad when I read the change log. But that means that we will get a snapshot weekly, so see you in my next video. Bye.